Hi, folks. How are you? Sorry, I'm a minute late. I'm a minute hitting that go live button. Let's see if I can find me. Hope y'all are having a great day. I been busy. Let's see. Where am I at? I see me. Gonna share out a couple places. Yeah, I sent out a text. I know it was crazy. And I guess I sent it out yesterday too and never noticed it. Because it literally said we were doing a Christmas tree when we're doing St. Patty. I was like, how did that get there? Um, it's like, how did that get there? And I'm like, I don't know. Somehow. All right. So this is 20 minutes of painting for 20 minutes, right? And so with me, what we do it for, we do it to become 95% better. So it's based on the rule of 100 hours, which states if you do something for 18 minutes a day, you'll be 95% better than when you started. I say if we do something for 20 minutes a day, Monday through Friday, we'll be, well, it says 95% better than anyone in your field. I say we'll be 95% better than when we started. So that's where that came from. Anyway, my name's Amanda with Simply Flamazing Art, the creative course collab. And we are working on St. Patty here. He was based on a painting that I did about a year ago. You can see him right there. And it's for a paint party. So I'm going to go ahead and get us turned down and get us started. Thank you for sprinkling the love. That is so important to everybody, all the creatives, seriously, that are out here on any social media platform. Sprinkling the love means a lot. And so I left off on Thursday. It was a faux live. We were working on the face, and then I recolored the face. I went over it because I wasn't happy. Well, I was happy with it, but I felt like it was going to be too complicated. So I need to simplify it. So I had added a little yellow. I didn't like that, or a little orange. I didn't like that. So I'm going to go back to kind of what I did with the little elf that we painted back in December. And they all did such a wonderful job with that. I'm going to do the same thing. So I'm going to add a little bit of that skin tone color and a little bit of red. I'm going to make a little, I'm just going to add a little touch of red to that. I want just a light little pink. Just a teeny touch. And then we're going to do his cheeks. I got to get let me get my timer started here. I hope y'all are having, I grabbed completely the wrong brush. I do not want that brush. I accidentally thought I was picking up my flat brush and I picked up a brush I definitely don't want to use. It's a brush you make hair with, and we're not into making hair. We're not making hair today. We already made our hair. Anyway, sorry about that. I'm like, wait a minute, why is it doing that? As I was working here, I was like, that ain't right. Notice how I just dip my tip in the corner, and then I work it a little bit here just to make sure I got the color I want before I just go here with my color, right? And so then I just want it to be a little on the pinker side. That's all. Just peeking those cheeks up just a little bit. Might need a little more. And I know I've got like a lot of colors going here. But I think I'm going to like this better than what I had. And then I'm going to put a little bit on his nose right here, just to bring that nose a little forward. His nose pretty much has gotten lost, so we'll put that back in. But I don't want a whole lot on his nose. because it's not an elf that's on the North Pole, right? But it's okay for his cheeks to have a little bit. Just gonna walk it back a little bit. There we go. Now I like that a whole lot better. Hey, Kelly, how are you? Hi, Dee, how are you? Hopefully y'all are having great days. Y'all still got snow, Kelly? Is it still on the ground? It amazes me that y'all got snow there. Or has it all melted away? Thank you. I think he's turning out okay. Pretty happy with him. I'm just giving another little coat to kind of go over some of that darker area that I can see. I don't want that to be seen in the... Okay. Hi, Cindy. How are you? So, Kelly, that snow you got is on behalf of Dee. She has sent you snow. Dee, I love you, but I'm just gonna say keep that snow up there. I'm sure you're like, please be gone. That's too funny, Dee. That is too funny. All right. I'm gonna go ahead and do in his shoes because we're gonna hopefully finish this guy today. We're gonna get his shoes in here. Anybody got any fun plans for the weekend? Hopefully you do. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't have any thing planned. There's some stuff I need to do, obviously, so I'm sure I'll work on some of that stuff that I need to do. I'm gonna take down my Christmas. No, I'm fine to be on your mailing list for good stuff, but not for snow, D. Not for snow. All right. No snow here. So we said we were going to do a beer mug, right? Is that what we said? Tell me that's what we said. Because I think that's what we said. I don't want no snow. I'm just gonna fill in my black here. Because I could see canvas poking through and I don't like that. Yes. Okay, good. That's not me saying yes to snow. I done had all I want. It's still on the ground here, and I have had all I want to tolerate. In fact, I have orders coming from... Well, I have one of my orders from Deco Art, which was paint for a paint party that I just had to get a refund from because it never showed up. And then it's lost somewhere between Kentucky and here. And then I had an order from Joanne Fabrics. Thank you so much. And then I had an order from Joanne Fabrics that is like 4 big boxes because it's my canvases. They were having a great coupon, so I took advantage of it. Well, that can't be delivered to my house because UPS can't get to my house. So I have to, and then I have my Chewy order, which is my dog's and Yo-Yo's food, right? That I'm sorry, FedEx is supposed to deliver, and of course they can't deliver that either. So they called me yesterday. They've been trying to deliver it now for over a week, I think. And they called me yesterday, and I've got to go to the local FedEx place and pick it up. She was like, "We can deliver it to Walgreens or we can deliver it to the local FedEx." And I'm like, "Why would you take my boxes to Walgreens?" Nothing against Walgreens, but like, how do I know I'm actually get my boxes? So I was like, take it to your FedEx store. I will pick it up from FedEx. That's what I said. I was like, I will get it from FedEx. So we're going to create him a cute little nose here. And then he's got these adorable little cheeks going on. And so I just kind of put a little brown in there where his mouth is, etc., just to kind of call that out. And I did not put any here because I don't want it to look weird with his mouth. So it's okay. Oh, from Wednesday to Saturday. Yeah. It's crazy. And I mean, I get it. I get it where you are. I get it where you are. And I kind of get it where I'm at too, because while the roads are completely clear, my driveway itself is clear. But the road coming off of 20, that is the road, where my driveway comes off of, that is nothing but a solid sheet of ice. I tried to get out there and break the ice up. There's no breaking that ice up. So I'm going to put a few of these in here. Just a few little dark lines in his hair, just to call out little portions of his hair. I like to do that. I like to do that on my gnomes. And anyway, and so I get the truck drivers, like, the FedEx guy is like, if I get down there, I may not get out. And so I understand him not wanting to come because it's a hill that you have to go up. You kind of like go like this up a hill to get onto the main road. And I understand fully him not wanting to do that with his truck. And of course, he has no idea that my actual driveway, which he's familiar with my driveway, and it's already a bear, and when it's not icy. So I'm sure he's like, yeah, no, I'm not even going to attempt that if it's icy up at the road. But it's actually clear in my driveway. But I tried to get it off of there. I worked for 5 hours one day trying to break up the ice and get it. And I got like a little patch that maybe is like maybe 3 foot, maybe. Before I said, forget this. I'm not doing this. Like, this ain't happening thing. And so, my shoulders hurt, my hands hurt because I was literally having to break the ice and then with like a thing that just breaks the ice, and then go back with a shovel and get it up. And of course it was heavy. I was just like, I'm too old for this. I'll tell you what, if we get another snowstorm, I'm gonna have to find me a snow plow, somebody who plows snow, and have them just come and do up there. And we have 3 other neighbors on this road, but I but they didn't get out there doing anything, so it was just me. I'm not fully outlining everything. I'm just kind of outlining pieces and parts. Yeah, it's too hard. Most of our problems were ice, especially on hundreds of bridges. Yeah, I'm sure. I'm positive about that. Although I've seen some funny videos and stuff with all y'all snow, especially like down in like Louisiana, New Orleans, where they've had like snowball fights on Bourbon Street and all that fun stuff. And I'm like, that's just too cute. All right, let's put these hands in here and put that thing in. Oh, take a lawn spreader and de-icer up and down the road. That is a good idea. I'm gonna do that next time. I hope there is no next time this year, but I'm gonna remember that for future years because that's actually a really good idea. I never thought about that. I have a cedar. I have a one of those lawn, that sprinkles out. See, that's funny. I actually bought, I don't know if they used it or not. I bought my niece and nephew for them to share a blow up. It's kind of like one of those it inflates itself. It's an inflatable that you can sleigh ride on, and it's a hippopotamus. Um, it's so cute. That thing can hold like 300 and some pounds, like 330 pounds or something like that. I'm like, dang. But it's a sled that you can go sledding with. And I got them that for Christmas. I thought they would enjoy it because they go to the, like the mountain and all so much. I thought they would enjoy that. They go up there, which has snow, and you know, we don't always get snow here. We didn't even get any snow hardly last year at all. I did get it for them. It's a blow up, it's a blow up like sled, I guess. I don't know. You can go sleigh riding with it and it blows up. It's like air, has an air pump, and it is a hippopotamus. I know, right? I tried to find I got that one. I got it off of um all right, let's get hands and beer mug in here. I've been pausing on it because I'm like, I don't exactly know where to go with this, but okay. Um, I got it off of Whatnot. A seller was selling like Amazon, it was brand new, from an Amazon pallet, and they had it, and I got it for like, I don't know, $3, something super cheap. All right, let's see. Put the beer mug in. He's gonna be holding it. I'm gonna do it at a little bit of an angle, I think, maybe, and have a few little spills, maybe. What do y'all think about that? maybe this hand holding it, because that would be his right hand, right? And then it'd be at like a little angle. This is his left hand. I don't know about you, but I don't drink with my left hand. Anyway, my niece, she used to love that song and always said she wanted a hippopotamus. And I love hippopotamuses because of the one at the Cincinnati Zoo. And I love her so much. Now she not the baby anymore. They didn't have another baby now. Fiona, she was the baby, and then they had another baby. And so I don't even know his name because I haven't been following him for a while. All right, I'm gonna go in with white just to cover, and then we'll figure out what we want this beer mug to look like. And so Tipsy Leprechaun, yep. This is a big one too. This is gonna be a big beer mug. And so anyway, so I thought it was cute. And then I tried to find one for Zach that was like a dragon or something, something more boyish than a hippopotamus. And I could not find one. And then I found them on Amazon, which was great, except for they were like super expensive. And I'm like, I paid $3 for that one. And I didn't want to have to spend like a lot of money. You know what I mean? Like, because it's like, who knows if they'll even want to or use it. It was just kind of like a gaggy thing. So I ended up finding, y'all, I shouldn't even say this, but I found these like little things where you could, it's like snow coloring. They're in like these tubes and you mix it with snow and then it makes a dye, has dye in it, and then you can like write in snow and all of this. And so I gave him that. And I gave him that more so, right? Yeah, they are expensive and much more than I realized. Anyway, from what I hear, they did enjoy those, but mainly just making inappropriate drawings in the snow, if you understand what I'm talking about. Is what they what was chosen to do with them. So Kelly's like, yeah, it's just perfect. I've got like all of these inappropriate or just pretty much one. Yeah, exactly. Teenager stuff. Because they thought it was funny. Certain things are funny. I'm not going to say what it is. You can figure it out. So there's our cup. I know, right? Oh my. I think that's what was said by everybody. Like, really? Really? That's what you chose to do? Okay. I was like, she was like, I was so upset. Like, they're going to think I raised degeneratives. And I'm like, Kelly, every kid. She's like, not mine. I'm like, yeah, yours. Anyway, y'all can laugh. But all right, so it's gonna be a glass mug, okay? It's gonna be glass. Yeah, teenage stuff. You can't ever get around it, I mean, they're all the same. Inappropriate as it gets. And embarrassing as it gets. All right, we're gonna obviously, like, you can pick what color beer you want to have, right? It can be darker, it can be lighter, whatever. I'm going to let that white mix in just a little bit. Don't go all the way to the edges. Leave the edges white. Don't go all the way to the bottom and don't go all the way to the top, because that's not how you would fill a thing. right? Somewhere in the middle. Exactly. Exactly. So, I mean, why wouldn't you? Anyway. But I'm gonna have a little bit of a reflection, just a little bit, but his hands go come in here a little bit, so I only have a little area there. Yeah, teenage stuff. I'm just gonna finish him up, guys, because I have the extra time. I'm just gonna finish him up, okay? And I really need him to be done so I can get what I need to get done for this. So he's gonna be ready to go. And so he's gonna have a little bit of a hand showing here, just a little bit. We don't have to be all like exactly correct, right? He's got a few fingers that are coming around here. We don't know yet what we're going to create there. But I feel like he needs to be like at least something there. Maybe we may cover that up completely and not even have a hand on that side. And then here he's going to have a hand. Obviously, this is going to be like where he's holding on to it. So we're going to create that sleeve in there and then his hand. It does not have to be perfect, guys. Just something along the lines of that. So anyway, yeah, my sister was not thrilled. I personally thought it was hilarious, but then again, it's not in my yard. So I could think it's a little bit on the hilarious side. I just want a little bit of a gray, a very light gray. Y'all know black is very strong, so a very light gray. And then I'm just going to come in and give my glass a little bit of detail, right? It'll show better when I come in with just the solid white. So my sister probably kill me that I told y'all that story. If she hears it, she'll be like, why did you say that? Why did you tell them that? They gonna think my kids are terrible. I'm like, no, they're not. So we don't have to get too, you don't have to worry about the top too much because we're going to have a bunch of foam coming off of that. That's just fun. We're going to put a few little like sparklies in here. Where it's just like little sparkle, right? You know, one of those rib glasses or whatever. The white will dry back, but that's okay. It's all perfectly normal. Yeah, it is. That's what I tell her. It's like, it's, you know, like, don't get all upset. I'm like, it's fine. And then we're going to have some foam coming off, right? Because, I mean, it's got to have a little bit of foam. And he's kind of like spilling it a little bit. This is why I was like, I wouldn't worry too much about that hand being in there. And in fact, I think I'm just going to take it all out and just have it come down the side just like that. Because I think that just looks cute and we don't necessarily need the hand in there. And then I'm going to paint another one exactly like him. And in the place, I'm going to put a shamrock. And you'll see both hands there. You'll see both hands on that. But I'm just going to put a little bit of color in that foam. Not much. And so the only other thing I want to do, I think we're pretty good. I've got to put some white highlights on now. Oh, one thing I forgot to do, because we've got some fun stuff, right? I'm going to take this ochre and I'm going to paint in his little belt buckle up here. And then we've got the fun stuff to add. And I know you're like, well, if it's taking you this long, how will your people do it? They'll do it because everything's going to be drawn out for them. And they're not going to be like me and having to like fix eyes and redo face and because you didn't like it and all of that. Because it'll already be drawn out for them or the beer mug will be drawn out. So they won't have to worry about painting over stuff like I did or changing the design a little bit. I am going to put a little shamrock though. I am going to put a couple of those too because I just think it makes it. And so I want to just put like a little shamrock maybe up here on his hat like I did here. See how I have the little shamrocks at the bottom? I'm not going to do as many, but maybe like one here and two over here or something like that. Because I just think it needs it. Yeah, basically. Yeah. That's how I try to make it. It's more like a paint by number. Or think about it like a coloring book page, kind of, right? So it's easy. Make it as easy as possible. And then they're good. Then they're successful. And they have fun. And they don't have to like stress about like getting something like painting it like from scratch. Because sometimes that's intimidating. All right, the best way I have found to do these is to make like heart shapes. Right? Tell me if you have a better way of doing a, I'm going the wrong way. I have a tough time doing hearts unless I go the one direction that I usually go, which I usually do like the right side and then the left side. And I always go top to bottom. That way I went backwards and I'm like, wait a minute, I'm going backwards. So and then come in that way. Now you're not going to see this one, but you'll know it's there, right? Because it kind of ends right there. Yeah. So we've got that guy, and then we're going to put a couple here. And of course, there's they when they do it, it's gonna be so much easier. Here we go. Bring them all into that center. Anybody got any fun plans? I asked before, but I'm not sure everybody was with me when I asked that before. So just any fun plans for the weekend? Hopefully somebody has something fun planned. I don't know exactly what I'm doing. I gotta go pick up my order today. I think I'm gonna go get me a storage box. I need a storage box to take down some of my Christmas. And I'm gonna get that down this weekend. I'm probably the only one here that still has up their Christmas. That's okay. If I am, that's just fine. It'll be fine. You're working. I learned that when I moved here, there's a plant that looks just like clover, but it's larger leaf. I've heard of ground sorrel before. I've heard of it. I've never seen it. You're working only if you grocery shop and it's snow removal. Y'all are about as exciting as I am. y'all about got that same like excitement going on. Anyway, I'm gonna let those dry because I'm gonna add just a couple of the little white flowers. I don't know. I just kind of like how it breaks them up a little bit. I'll decide. Your Christmas stuff is all still up. Well, that makes me feel better. My husband may help me. You may help your husband clean out his storage unit. Ooh. I don't have a storage unit, but I can say the last thing on the planet I'd want to do is clean out the storage unit, because the last thing on the planet I want to do is clean out all my storage area here. Even though I need to do that. Even though I need to do that. And so we'll put a little white highlights on things because it just makes the difference. The little white highlights, the little white things like that, just it makes a difference. And so, and I just really like it. It brings out the whimsical part of it. And so I enjoy doing those. Don't forget eyes. They need to have their little marks in them to bring them to life, right? Also, don't forget they need to go the same direction. Or they look cross-eyed. So if you start from like the right top and go to the bottom left, you need to do the same on the other eyeball and not go this way, because that would not work. Oh, you love his ears. I kind of see leprechauns as having like, you know, these like little elfy type ears, kind of. I don't know. Can't say I've ever seen a leprechaun. Now we're gonna let these dry and I'll come back to those. But I got this like gold extreme sheen. I like to always have glitter and something shiny at all my paint parties. And so I've got this we're going to put on the belt buckle. I like to use glitter and I like to use the sheen. If it calls for sheen or something like that would be good. Kind of like this buckle here. He needs a little golden something or another. I'm even going to put a few little golden swipes there. Oh, cool. You bought something for me last night. Did I miss an order, D? I might have. I need to go look. But I appreciate it. Yes, use glitter or whatever on that on. Let me stop talking for a minute and get my thoughts. Use glitter on snowflakes. Glitter is shiny. Oh, you used it last night, the one you had already bought for me. Because I was thinking you had bought some for me. I was in my brain. I'm like, well, she bought some for me. Did she buy some more? I'm following you now. I'm on the same page as you. I'm just going to create that cute little buckle there. So I did the square first and then put the little buckle in. I used regular paint for the buckle, but I'm going to go back into that glitter or that shimmery paint and go over top of it. Because it kind of just mixed the two. Yes, when you're doing snowflakes, definitely take advantage of the of that glitter. Just go pick up a little bit of the area that was wet when I was doing the stuff, when I was using this. And we don't need any fancy things with the hand, just, you know, kind of like do a little something like that and it'll be good. Okay. I think it's almost done. I really do. I think we got it pretty much. I kind of messed that up right there. What did I do? 1, 2, 3. Okay. Yeah, no, I didn't mess it up. I was like, that's right, because these two are together. Man, I messed that up. That's all right. We fix it. I'll come back in and fix that in a minute. Make sure you know where your little hearts for your shamrock are before you go outlining them. Make sure you like work out like all the bumps and which bumps is associated with which bump. And if one bump is on top of another bump, just figure that out before you go with the outlining. Anyway, I hope y'all all have a great rest of your weekend. I've enjoyed hanging out with y'all a little longer today. I don't know if he needs the little white flowers. I think he's cute the way he is. White flowers, yay or nay? Tell me white flowers, yay or nay? Yay to the white flowers. Okay. We'll put a couple in. We'll just put a few. I don't know how I managed that one, but I did. Missed that. Okay. We'll just put a few in. It is kind of cute. And I'm just doing them roughly. Again, these will be drawn on for everyone. And they won't have to like draw them from scratch. And I'm not going to outline these. These are just going to be hanging out here. I think at mine I gave them a blue center, but I'm not going to add another color in. I'm just going to add a green center to them. That's all I'm going to do here. Yay, yes, yes. Okay. I got you. Okay, the last thing before we are done, I'm going to do, Just put in some blue. Blue. Put in some blue, guys. Just put in a little green at the bottom. Just to be like, yeah, he's standing there. He's standing there. I'm going to go up above just a little bit, just to be like, yep, the grass goes on out there. He's just standing there in a little grassy field. It doesn't have to be complete. And in fact, it's not complete. You can see. Whoops, that's not the right way to show. What is that? I don't know how to show. See, it's not complete. But I think he's done at this point. I think he's done. And so I have a little bit of glitter here. Yeah, it did. It did. They helped anchor a little bit. And then I'm just gonna add a little, because you know, they good luck, right? They're 4-leaf clovers. They're not just, y'all notice I didn't even fix my error there. I just left it because it's fine. It doesn't need to be fixed. But I think he's adorable. Hopefully folks will want to paint him. And we shall see. We shall see how the sign-ups go, right? We shall see. But add a little sparkle just to the 4-leaf clovers. I'm not putting any sparkle on him. I do see one thing I want to add, or not stop until I add. And then, where's my little brush? There you go. There you are. There you hanging out. Just fix this little area right here that I didn't, just because it just looked weird. But now he's done. And so I think he's cute. Y'all have a wonderful rest of your weekend. I enjoyed so much hanging out with y'all. We got our little St. Patty done. I think he's cute. I hope y'all have a great day, and I will talk to you later, okay? I'll see y'all on Monday, and we'll be starting something new. Anyway, bye. Thank you, Kelly.